What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I just realized that whenever I film these vlogs, I need to actually introduce the video and not do it 2 weeks later when I'm editing and have to post it. The next clip you're gonna see is just me like at 1 in the morning just going through old videos. So that's that. I guess I'm now a YouTuber. I mean, I've been a YouTuber for a while, but now I guess I'm posting every single Friday. Look at me, my life has all of a sudden become interesting for some reason. So you'll be seeing more of me on YouTube than you'll be any other social media platform, because I barely post on Facebook. Post on TikTok sometimes, and I at least try to, but I don't. Barely post on Instagram. Just stories that you normally see, but I don't post on Instagram. So if you want to know more about my life, watch my YouTube videos. But yeah, anyways, so maybe every Friday. If I miss a Friday, don't come at me. We'll see. We'll see if I can post every Friday and make this a weekly thing. But I'm very excited to actually take this more seriously, because I love like posting about my life, and like I said, I love looking back at these sort of videos. So I think that's what motivates me to post more on YouTube. Enjoy the video and stay tuned for my birthday video. At this point, I don't know how I'm gonna do this whole vlogging thing, but yeah, we shall see. I found this that we still have, and I was like, oh, let me see if it works, so let me check it out. Little 9-year-old Joe. This is actually 8, not even 9, 8, because this is before my birthday. Little 8-year-old Joe. After they decided to zoom in on me. Just wait, look, let me play it back a bit.
interview day. Ignore my pimples again. I'm about to get up. I have like 2 hours to get, actually an hour to get ready because I have to be there at 11. So yeah, I'm gonna get up, get ready. I will, I guess, explain everything when I come back. I'm so tired still. But yeah, let me get up and let me go.
What's up, guys? I have to leave in a bit, but I was like, let me just quickly do the outfit of the day and then leave. But yeah, so I was trying to go for like a casual / professional look, and I think this is as casual and professional that it goes, for me at least. And I'm like, because it's a social media management position, I'm just like, I look professional, but let me also look casual, sort of. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So these pants you already know. This top I got from a guy, I think his, I don't know, well, his Instagram, I think, if I can find it, is Bashtik clothing or whatever, but I don't know. If I find it, I'll link it down below. But that's the top. This is the look. Yeah, so I'm about to head out and let's go to my first interview for a job. But yeah. It's actually the next day after like the whole interview thing, and I was gonna like update yesterday, but I was like busy and I came back home at 10 at night, so I didn't really have time to update about that. But I wasn't even gonna put the whole interview thing in the vlog, but I was like, I think this is a good learning experience, not only for me, but I think it would also be a learning experience for other people who are 21 and are doing job interviews, especially here in Dar. I mean, probably other places in other countries, but I'm talking specifically for Dar because I experienced this in Dar. But yeah, so I went to the place yesterday. Got there like at like 11, like at the dots. And before I went there, the power like around, because it's close to where I live, so it's the area, the power of the area cut. And so I got there and like, oh, so we're trying to like get the generator to work and then it'll start. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So got there, they didn't get the generator started until like 11:47, I think, or 11:30ish, sort of. That's when they got it to start. And so I was like, okay, cool, that means now they're probably starting it, like starting the interviews and stuff. And I'm gonna put like a screenshot of the message that I got and like kind of keep it up there, so I'm gonna stand here. So my mom's calling me. Let me answer this and I'll be back. Continuing with my story. So I got like, I was waiting and I was like waiting for them to like start the interviews, and I remember they called up like this one girl that was, so it was me, 2 other girls, another girl, like, so it was like a little kind of, what is it, porch sort of thing. I only know the words in Australian, not English. So it was like a little thingy, and it was like me, a girl, and another girl next to her, and then like on the side there was another girl sitting, and there was like on the side there was a guy sitting. So I remember he called on the girl, the one that was like on this side, not the one that was like against the wall, but the one that was on this side. And he was like, oh, like he called her name and she wanted an interview. I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, they're starting, like I'm like a little bit nervous and stuff like that. I'm like, but you know, it's gonna be fine. Kind of trying to calm myself down, you know what. And then like an hour passes and it's like 12:30ish, and I'm like, okay, since I kind of started late, it makes like sense, like, you know, kind of give them much more time. And then like an hour and a half passes and I'm like, and here, imagine, I haven't eaten, we're sitting outside in the sun, and I'm like tired as well because I kind of woke up early and whatnot. So I'm like kind of waiting impatiently because I'm like, is this gonna get done? I was like in a rush and I was supposed to meet someone, but like there was still sort of time. 1-ish. We're still waiting. So imagine I went there at 11 and it's now 1 and I'm still waiting. And so the lady receptionist calls us inside and I'm like, oh, okay, like at least we're progressing, like, it's all good. So we go inside and we sit inside and at least one of those problems have been solved because it was hot, and I'm like, now we're in the cold AC room. And so we're chilling in there, and it's like a place where you can like kind of hear the interview being done. And so I could hear like the questions being asked and I could hear the person answering. So like an hour-ish passes by and I still hear them kind of interviewing her ish. It didn't sound like an interview. It sounded like she was taking a verbal test on something, on like social media management, which is like crazy. Anyways, so the points where I'm like, okay, they're probably done, they're calling someone else. They're asking more questions. She's answering like she's writing a whole page essay on the question. And so I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I have somewhere to be. And imagine here, I'm sitting here and like the interview probably took like 2-3 hours. I'm sitting here and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 other people that still need to be interviewed. And I'm like, I asked the girl next to me and I was like, how long do interviews normally take? Because like it's kind of my first in-person interview, so I'm like, maybe I don't like, that's how they normally are. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I'm tired and I want to go home. I'm like, me and you both. But then I thought about it. I was just like, first of all, it's a social media management position. Yes, you want to find a good candidate, but it doesn't take that long. Like, you're just asking simple questions of, what are your skills? What did you study? How can you help the brand? Blah, blah, blah. It's not like a whole, like, the person they're interviewing was making it seem as if it was like a whole presentation. And I don't think it was supposed to be that way. Otherwise, But anyway, so I was thinking, I'm just like, if I stay here, the chances of all of the interviews being like this, and I'm not the next person, I could literally be here all day. And I'm like, I already have plans. It's not it. And the reason why is because when I read like the message, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go there, max probably stay an hour, and that's it. And that wasn't the case. Come and find out, because the girl next to me asked me, she's like, what time did they tell her to come? I'm like, 11. Like, yeah, they told me 11 as well. And I'm just like, the problem is they didn't have time slots. I think it would have been much more professional, much more organized if they had time slots. Because even if the power did cut and they're trying to get the generator on, at least you have time slots and you could say, okay, we can kind of push it back a bit. And so it's like, instead of person ending at like, let's say 12, they end at like 12:15. If the person was supposed to start at 12:15, they'll start at if the person's supposed to start at 12, they start at like 12:15. It's kind of like that thing, like it makes it more organized and the person doesn't have to wait for that long. But also you tell the people, so the entire time, imagine, they kept quiet. They didn't even feel bad that, one, we're sitting in the sun, two, they're putting us there for an entire 3 hours. Like, I feel like that's disrespectful to people's time, because I'm sitting there wasting 3 hours, and if I stayed, probably wasting more of my day to come and apply for a job that you guys needed. Like, yes, I guess need the job, but you guys also need a social media manager. So you're making it seem as if we don't need each other. Like, if you're making it seem as if like, oh, you're here because you need a job and we're hiring you, and not both of us need the help, it's kind of disrespecting the other person, in my opinion. But yeah, so that was the whole thing. I literally got up and left. And I remember I was telling, I think, a few of my friends, and even the person I was going to meet, and I was like, no, they told me, she's like, oh, they're gonna reschedule. I'm like, I literally told like the next day, and I haven't even bothered texting them back. They haven't bothered texting me even to text me like, hey, I'm sorry for making, you know, it's kind of like just show respect to other people's time and whatnot. Like, they didn't really show that, and I was that's what kind of made me frustrated with the whole thing. But yeah, so that was, as much as it was like a failure in a sense, for me it was kind of a step forward to kind of becoming a better person, because at least I went. If y'all knew how anxious and how much anxiety I had, I'm very proud of myself for going. It's something that Joe, even last year, would not do. Like, I would not have this much courage to go to a job interview last year. So like, it just shows how much I've grown as a person. And it's just like a learning thing as well, because I just now and I'm like, okay, if I'm applying for a job and they still come for an interview, if they don't have time slots, it's red flag. Or at least ask them if they have time slots. If they don't, they say they don't, and you just come, it's a red flag, because I'm not making the same mistake twice. No, I make a mistake once, not twice. But yeah, so that was kind of that whole experience with the job interview. And yeah, so I think just what I want people to take out of this is, whenever you're applying for jobs, just be careful, be mindful, and if you sense red flags and like, these people, not like the fact that they were suspicious, because it's not like they were suspicious, it was more of they were just very disrespectful, very bad with time management. So if you see that they're not asking for, if they're not saying, like, if they don't have time slots and tell you to fill out which time slots, that's a red flag. If you ask them and they say they don't have one, that's a red flag, because there's no company or whatever that's hiring people and they don't have time slots, especially if it's like a bunch of people that applied. If they don't have time slots, it's very unorganized and it's going to waste everybody's time, including yours, including the companies. But yeah, so that's just that's what I learned from this. I'm not going to stop obviously doing job interviews, and on top of that, there's a lot of pages that need social media management, so I think that's also another reason why I'm like, I'm up and leave, because I'm like, y'all aren't the only ones that need social media managers. It's a bunch of people. So this is your loss and not my loss, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a pretty good social media manager and she lost a good one. So it's on them and it's not on me. Just saying. But yeah, so that's that. That was the whole experience. And yeah, I mean, the next few clips are, well, there's one clip of me going to the beach. I went with Vanessa, one of my good friends. Me and her have to do a video because, like, I swear, I feel like we're twins. Like, we're the same person. But yeah, I went with Vanessa. We chilled at the beach. That was a whole nother story as well, because yeah. And then after that, obviously you see the whole art exhibition of me going to support one of my really good friends, Gervis, the one that thinks he's funny but he's not funny. Yeah. What I'm seeing.
I want to see expression now. Oh,
yeah, so it's
interesting. I got something in mind for you. What about you?
Wait, what are you asking?
What do you like in arts?
I'm psyched. I'm psyched. Are you not psyched?
You guys, the famous Gervis Lasaju.
This is... Look at that. Look at that.
I don't...
You will see it.
Oh, the lighting. It's actually not, is it dark? I know him, you guys.
Being calm, like the proper format.
You guys, the artist himself, look at that. The famous one.
You know, she's doing so much. It's so much.
I have famous friends, you guys. Look at that.
What do you think art?
The hands are in an ocean and the ocean are waves. Like these are waves, so I feel like maybe secret, I don't know, maybe your interpretation is the waves are caused by the hands.
That's an interesting take.
Right?
No one has come without.
I haven't read and I don't want to read yet, I just want to first go read. What were you thinking when you did the hands?
So it's basically the concept of, you know, being swept up in life.
I just realized that I finished this vlog abruptly. Well, just remembered. So I'm sorry for the abrupt. What is it? The abrupt ending, in a sense. I'm gonna try my best to not end vlogs abruptly, but I feel like it's much better because then you can just stay tuned for the next one to see how I guess that day ends or whatever. So I also didn't do an outro, so I'm doing an outro as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for, again, my birthday vlog because I'm so excited to post that. And again, with the whole announcement thing, you'll see. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those post notifications for weekly videos now. Because that's what we're doing apparently, which is a huge step to my YouTube career. See you guys in the next video. Bye.